Good morning, everyone. My name is Jason Newman. I'm an air pollution specialist with California Air Resources Board and work on the Clean Truck Check program. Welcome to the Clean Truck Check training webinar, where we will talk through the new testing requirements and how fleets can use the Clean Truck Check reporting system, also known as CTC-VIS, to track their upcoming testing requirements and vehicle compliance test results. We will also discuss how credential testers will create a tester account, as well as submit and review their test results. This webinar will include general information on creating an account, paying annual compliance fees, and other updates to CTC-VIS. Thank you all for attending. During this webinar, we will be covering Clean Truck Check's current and future requirements, a brief reporting overview, recent updates to CTC-VIS, such as emissions compliance testing and credential tester accounts, and requirements for freight contractors and brokers. Links will be provided in the chat. If you have questions after the webinar, you may email us at hdim@arb.ca.gov. Clean Truck Check became effective in January of 2023 and began with flagging potential high emitter vehicles. Vehicle owners were required to report vehicles in CTC-VIS and pay the 2023 compliance fees by January 31st, 2024. Beginning in April 2024, DMV holds are now placed on vehicles that are non-compliant with the Clean Truck Check program. As of October 1st, 2024, emissions compliance testing is now effective. All compliance deadlines from January 1st, 2025 and beyond will require submission of a passing emissions compliance test. Clean Truck Check is a CARB regulation that applies to almost all heavy-duty, non-gasoline vehicles over 14,000 pounds gross vehicle weight rating that operate on public roads and highways in California. The goal of the Clean Truck Check program is to reduce vehicle emissions and associated health impacts through regular inspections and maintenance of heavy-duty vehicles to ensure emissions equipment is operating properly. Vehicles subject to Clean Truck Check must be reported in CTC-VIS, pay due compliance fees, and undergo emissions compliance testing. Testing deadlines begin January 1, 2025, and tests can be submitted up to 90 calendar days prior to the vehicle's deadline. Enforcement tools used include California DMV registration holds and other enforcement action, vehicle screening for potential high-emitting vehicles, roadside inspections, and broker and contractor and freight facility requirements to verify vehicle compliance. OBD-equipped vehicles with 2013 or newer diesel or diesel hybrid engines or 2018 and newer alternative fuel or alternative fuel hybrid engines must undergo an OBD test. CARB certified OBD testing devices must be used for Clean Truck Check tests and can be found on the OBD test devices link in the chat. CARB is in the process of certifying additional OBD devices and will update the list on the webpage when applicable. For vehicles with pre-2013 model year diesel or diesel hybrid engines or pre-2018 model year alternative fuel or alternative fuel hybrid engines, they will need to submit a visual inspection form. Vehicles with diesel or diesel hybrid engines will also need to pass an SAE J1667 smoke opacity test. SAE J1667 approved devices can be found on the Credential Testers and Testing Devices section of the Clean Truck Check webpage. There's a link in the chat. You may be wondering what requirements freight contractors or brokers have and how that impacts the vehicle owner. Contractors and brokers are required to check the compliance of the vehicles or fleets that they work with and they keep applicable records. Freight contractors must only contract with compliant vehicles or fleets, and brokers must only arrange transportation in California through motor carriers with compliant vehicles or fleets. Vehicle owners will need to provide either a vehicle compliance certificate or a fleet compliance certificate upon request. Both of these are obtained through the CTC-VIS reporting database. Ports and rail yards are required to check compliance of the vehicles or fleets that they want to enter the port or rail yard and keep applicable records. If your vehicle is non-compliant with the Clean Truck Check program, you will risk being denied entry into a freight facility. Emissions compliance testing requirements are now in effect. For more information on testing, please see the link in the chat. Clean Truck Check emissions tests must be performed by a credentialed Clean Truck Check tester. In the upcoming slides, we will cover the CTC-VIS updates regarding the types of emissions testing, credentialed tester accounts, and submitting and viewing test results. It is important that you click the checkbox labeled Credentialed Tester, HDIM Tester List if you wish to be available for hire when you are registering to take the exam. If you do not click this checkbox in error and wish to be placed on the for hire list, please email hdim@arb.ca.gov. CARB logos may be used as authorized for the Clean Truck Check credentialed testers, which is provided as a link in the chat. Please ensure you only use CARB logos in an authorized fashion. We will now be covering the new updates to CTC-VIS for vehicle owners, such as finding credential testers for hire, navigating the new aspects of the reporting process, and looking at test results for your vehicles. We will now cover how to find a Clean Truck Check credential tester. From the Clean Truck Check homepage, click on the Vehicle Owner Information tab, located here on the left-hand side. Now, click on where to find credential tester locations. You may click the blue link at the top to watch a video on how to use the searchable table for finding a credential tester near you. Click on the filter that you wish to select and search by, and click to deselect all. You can now type a city, zip code, or county and select the options you'd like. Hit apply, and the list will now show the results based on the filters you used. Again, for reference, please use the video link above the list in order to operate the list properly. CARB has provided walkthrough videos for each step of the CTC-VIS reporting process. On this page, you will find video tutorials that will guide you through the CTC-VIS account creation, vehicle reporting, account and user management, and much more. These are the video links on the page. There's a link in the chat. All vehicles that are subject to Clean Truck Check must be reported in CTC-VIS. In this slide, you will see a screenshot of the login page for CTC-VIS. If you have not reported your vehicles operating in California, create an account in CTC-VIS and go to the link we are now providing in the chat and click Register. Also to note, at the bottom of the login page, there are additional links to user guides and videos to help you through this process. When creating a new account, you will have the choice between a credential tester account or an entity account. We will go into how to create a credential tester account later in this presentation. If you are creating the account to report your vehicles, please select Entity Account. You can now type in your email address as your username and click Continue. There are 3 different entity types in CTC-VIS: company, government, or individual. Please select the type that applies to you. Company entities are typically for registered businesses with a fleet of vehicles used for the business. Individual entity types are typically for owner-operators and may not have a registered business. Enter the physical address, which is the address where the entity is physically located. CTC-VIS supports addresses in the USA, Mexico, and Canada. The auto-suggested address details can be accepted or bypassed. Either the entered address or the suggested address can be selected and saved. CTC-VIS has been updated to allow users to change entity types from an individual to a company or government entity type, but not the other way around. Next, you will scroll down and enter your name and phone number. The email address you previously entered will automatically show up as your username. Click Next and then Submit on the next page to finish creating the account. One of the newly added features to CTC-VIS is the ability to update the responsible official's name after the registration form has been submitted. There is a drop-down list of all the users in the account to select from to designate as the responsible official. Multiple users can be added to a company entity type, but not an individual company type. Once you submit the account information, you will receive an activation email from CARB Admin. Click Activate CARB Account to set up your password. After completing this step, you will be able to log in to your CTC-VIS account with your email address as your username and the new password you've created. If you do not see this email, please be sure to also check your junk email or spam, as oftentimes the email can land in those folders. If you have additional issues with this step, please email us at hdim@arb.ca.gov. This page will show immediately after you log into your CTC-VIS account. This is known as your main menu. The message at the top shows that no vehicles have been added to the account yet. To add a vehicle, click the My Entity button. Scroll down to the Vehicle section of your My Entity homepage and click on the Actions and Add Vehicle as shown in the image. This image shows the start of a new form. You will need to add a form objective before you continue. The form objective is simply the reason you are making changes to the account and does not affect the form itself. You may put anything in this field. After you have entered the form objective, click Save and Continue. The entity and location information should already be populated for you. For less than 20 vehicles, we recommend adding vehicles individually. You are also able to fill out and upload a bulk vehicle upload form if you prefer. In the New and Modified Vehicles section, click on Actions and Add Vehicle. After clicking on Add Vehicle, the section on the left will appear. All fields with an asterisk need to be filled out to save the form and add the vehicle. Please ensure all vehicle information you report is accurate and complete. There are some newly added features to this section. After entering the VIN, you can click on Auto Populate Data to automatically have the fuel type, model year, model, and make entered for you. As shown on the right, click Yes if you would like to use the suggested data, and click No to ignore the suggested data and manually enter your vehicle's information. If any information is incorrect, please ensure you report the accurate information before saving and move on. If the vehicle is federally registered, you do not need to designate it as such in the registered state/province field. One of the drop-down options includes a federal designation. If you report that the vehicle is an agricultural vehicle, you will need to submit an attestation form that the vehicle meets the Clean Truck Check definition of an agricultural vehicle. This is available in step 6 of your form. If you report that the vehicle is a motorhome, a validation check will be run in the background. If the vehicle is not registered as a motorhome at the California DMV or is not yet approved by CARB as a converted motorhome, you will not be able to move forward. Vehicles converted to a motorhome need to be verified by a CARB referee. If your vehicle has already been approved by a CARB referee as a converted motorhome, but the system does not let you move forward, please email hdim@arb.ca.gov to get your vehicle added to the approved motorhome list. Once you enter all of vehicle information and click Next in the form Submit section, you need to click the small checkbox to attest to the changes you made in the form are correct and complete. Clicking the checkbox will auto-populate your name in the submitter box and allow you to hit Submit at the bottom of the page. After you submit the form, go back to your My Entity homepage to see that the changes are reflected in your account. To pay your compliance fees, click on the Fee and Payments button from your CTC-VIS homepage or main menu. For vehicle owners, CTC-VIS now provides a test details section. This section is located under the Vehicle section of My Entity homepage. Each vehicle will display the recommended test type, testing frequency, and test due date. Clicking on the VIN will lead to the vehicle details page of the selected VIN. For OBD tests submitted starting on or after October 1st, 2024, the detailed test results will be shown within the vehicle details page. Please note, detailed non-OBD test results will not show in CTC-VIS, but the system will record the email pass test status, and those vehicles will be shown as the meeting their test requirements in CTC-VIS. Once the vehicle meets the Clean Truck Check compliance requirements, the system will issue the vehicle compliance certificate valid for the respective compliance cycle. To download the vehicle compliance certificate, navigate to the vehicle section and click on Download under the compliance certificate column. In addition, we will cover a few updates for credential testers. Testers may now create an account in CTC-VIS to view submitted OBD test results. Training videos on these updates are also posted on the website in the link provided in the chat. You can become a Clean Truck Check credential tester by taking and passing the online course and exam. From the Clean Truck Check homepage, click on Testing Devices and Credential Testers tab. As shown on the screen, click on the Tester Training Course Exam and Certification, so you may watch the training videos. You must pass the test with a score of at least 80% to become a credential tester. Before the exam, you will have the ability to check a box to appear on the for-hire tester list, as shown in the previous slide. Please ensure you do check the box to be a for-hire tester if you wish to be listed on the public testers list. Non-OBD test results must currently be submitted to the email address shown that is also now being provided in the chat. Submissions must include the completed current visual inspection test form for alternative and diesel fuel vehicles and smoke test results for diesel fuel vehicles. Only one VIN can be provided in the subject line. Test results not properly submitted will be rejected. Credential testers can now create an account in CTC-VIS and view their submitted OBD test results. Select Credential Tester Account for the account type, then enter and re-enter your email address. Testers must ensure the email address they use to sign up in CTC-VIS matches the email address they used when registering with the OBD test device vendor. If these emails do not match, the tester will not be able to see the OBD test results in their CTC-VIS tester account. Testers will not be able to view their submitted non-OBD test results in CTC-VIS. After entering your email address, you can enter your organization name and fill out the addresses below. This is not a required step for a tester account. If your entity name has already been chosen or taken, you may leave this field blank. Fill out your name and phone number, then click Next. Click the small checkbox to automatically populate your name in the submitter field and click Submit. You will now receive an email from CARB admin to activate your account and create your password. Click on Activate CARB Account and create your password. After completing this step, you will be able to log in to your CTC-VIS tester account with your email address as your username and the new password you've created. If you do not see this email, please be sure to check your junk email or spam. If you have additional issues with this step, please email us at hdim@arb.ca.gov. In your tester account, you can view OBD test results that you have submitted. As previously mentioned, non-OBD test results will not be displayed at this time. You can see the test information as shown in the image above. You can click on the test result to see additional information. A message like this should pop up. Please be sure to use the links provided during this webinar to assist you with the Clean Truck Check compliance.